Really. Kenneth Huang is a new up-and-coming player. He's very talented, left-handed, natural potter. Hasn't had as much experience by any means as Justin has had.
Yes.
But if he gets off to a good start, anything can happen.
Absolutely.
Even though we've punched in these figures and in the Fargo rate app, it put Justin as a 95.5% favourite.
Wow.
So if they play 20 sets, Fargo is saying that Kenneth will win 1 out of 20. But personally, I think that Kenneth, in the last 6 months in particular, during this season, has improved a lot. And as a player, and he's been winning a lot too.
Yes.
Had very good showings in some of our state championships, runner-up in one of them, and a couple of semi-final spots. So I don't think 680 is fair. I think it's more of like 660, 670, Fargo.
You know what though, Barry? When somebody has got the sort of the advantage on paper over you that much, you can just relax and just play your game. You know what I mean? Because if everyone's saying that the other person's the favourite to win, then you might as well just go for it and just just have fun. And sometimes that's when you play your best pool, isn't it?
Well, that's what we were saying earlier about this particular match when we were sizing up the players. I mean, obviously, Justin is massive favourite to win this match. And to be honest, he's probably the favourite to win the tournament today.
Okay.
But that being said, Kenneth can just relax. You know, he's not expected to win. And honestly, guys, he's a very sharp player. If he gets off to a good start, anything can happen in this particular match. So let's get to the action on the table. The players are very far away from the commentators today. We've had to sit further away thanks to COVID.
Yes.
But we do have a screen, and Justin looks like he's going to open up his account with a traditional Justin Sage break and run.
Absolutely. Well, let's see what happens. He's on the smalls.
He's on the smalls. He's just concerned about landing on that 7-ball nicely. He'd want to...
Well, he wants to probably leave the 7. Would he want to, go back... go for the green first so he can take the 7 for the black?
He'd want to leave the 7 as a finishing ball because it does allow him better position for the black. Now he's going to be slightly hampered on the 15 now to play the 6 in the corner. And you can see him shaking his head. He doesn't like where he's landed because he wants to spin the white ball around, and spinning when you're bridging over a particular ball
it's not good.
Well, you get masse.
Absolutely, especially when you're going down on the ball as well. You've got that downward angle. As soon as you hit a bit of side on there, you've got a little bit of masse happens straight away. So I miss a lot of shots with that shot.
Oh, you and everybody else. You're not a pool player unless you've done it a few times. Now, he's going to shoot this regardless. He could have changed his mind if he wanted to, but he does want to just shoot this.
I was going to say back round the 9. That's a nice shot.
Beautifully played.
Nice shot there.
That's the shot I was discussing earlier with Stuart Rogers. Stuart Rogers, ladies and gentlemen, is the owner of CueWorld and, of course, our major sponsor today.
Yes.
They've thrown in $1,000 towards the event prize money, and they do really run great tournaments. And Stuart Rogers is also the president of APA, which is the New Australian Pool Players Association.
Okay.
And I was just saying that the particular shot inside English 3 rails is a shot that comes up all the time that a lot of the less experienced players don't play as well.
Yes.
Many times they overrun it because the side does take a lot. Now, so this is a standard, traditional Justin Sage break and run to open up your account. And today we've had quite a few players. I'm going to talk about the other players in the other quarterfinals. We've got Greg Jenkins up against Andy Nguyen in one of the quarterfinals. We've got Joe Chow up against my pick of the tournament, John Wims.
Okay.
John McDermott up against Jamie Walker, the guy I keep getting your name confused with, and this particular match. So there's 8 strong players left, and now let's have a look at Kenneth's break. And honestly, I like his break. He breaks the balls really, really well. So he's parked the white in the middle of the table.
Good firm break there.
Made a ball or two. Nice solid split. Straight away, the 4 and the 12, the 2 purple balls are kind of tying each other up. But other than that, the entire table's open because there's balls close by. Not hard to open them up.
Alternate break as well today, which is good for him because, I mean, Justin would have been breaking right now.
Oh, Justin could easily run a 6 or 7 pack on this table. Johnny Wims did 5 break and runs in a row against me in my round of 16 match.
That's fantastic. And he told me that he's only had 1 frame of snooker in the past year. He hasn't been playing any pool.
Yeah, but Johnny Wims has got over 20 years, 2 decades of experience competing, which is more than... Just his competition time is more than most people's practice time in this room.
I think he's probably got more than that. What is he, 45 or something, would you say?
He's a couple of years older than me. He's 46.
He's been playing since he was probably in his teens. I know that pool is a very popular game back in Ireland where he grew up, so he probably would have been playing from a young age.
Johnny Wims is part of the Rat Pack, part of the old crew You know, the old school players, John Wims, Stuart Lawler, Sean Budd, these type of players, these quality players. There was no iPhones, there were no video games back then. It was playing pool for money. Now, back to Kenneth right now. This is a very, very important rack for him. It's an opening rack. His opponent, Justin's just broken ran. He's got to return the favour, if you will, keep some pressure on Justin, because we all know, I mean, Justin's good from behind, but he's a great front runner. When he gets in front, he's like a rabbit, off to the races.
Like a rat up a drain pipe, he is. You know, that purple ball into the two purple balls stuck to each other in the middle of the table.
This was my only concern. He hasn't addressed them yet. Normally, these 700 plus Fargo players, they try and get those problem balls out as soon as they can.
Yes. Well, if he can take this orange ball into the middle pocket here, I'm just seeing if his solid purple ball can be broken up, or
does it pass in the top corner pocket?
I was just looking at that. I don't think it does, Barry.
And now he's a little bit out of line on the 6 ball.
Well, look, he's got the one. He's got the one with natural position for the green ball to open that up there.
Absolutely, absolutely. That was probably his plan all along. It is different for the players, for the commentators. We are very far away from the table. It is different for us to see the things that they can see. If he gets a good angle here on the 6.
Oh, he's taking the green ball instead.
Wow.
Well, that was. I would have gone for the 1 there to get to
he
use
may
the
not
green
have,
ball to.
He may not have had a shot on. Welcome everybody. If you're just joining us, I am your commentator Barry the Mule Mavros, joined by the superstar Jamie Williams.
G'day, folks.
You guys can leave messages for us, and we can read out your comments as well. This is interactive commentary, and we can see what you're writing. And welcome to the quarterfinal match. Now he's had to play safe, and to be honest, it's just not good enough. That's not a good safety by any stretch of the imagination.
Trying to get behind the black there, was he?
He was, and Justin's even got a really nice opening shot to open up the 12. I mean, he's got the angle on the 14, just screw straight into these 4 and 12, and then everything's in the open.
It is.
All being fair in love and war, this should be a 2-0 advantage for Justin. Even if he can't get out right now, I mean, once you potted all your balls off the table, it's very hard to win the game against a quality opponent.
There's some action going on. Actually, that's not. It's people watching the UFC.
This is something that I really admire about Justin when he's at the table. Now, not only can he put the white ball virtually anywhere, he's probably one of the best potters in the country, but when it's a moment like this, he does take his time to map out what he's doing. So let's see if he does what I said he's going to do. He's going to stud into these balls. No.
He's chosen not to.
He's obviously got a different plan in his mind.
You know what, though? The purple ball, I think, will pot long into this top left-hand pocket as we're looking at the table, the one that's nearest to him now. So let's see if he does that. I love
Hello, Landry Lewis. Hello, Katrina McAllister. Hello, Karen Sage. Good luck to your boy, Karen. Thank you very much.
Karen Sage, staple, an absolute staple on Justin's matches.
You know, it's great to have a mother that supports her child that much. My parents used to support me as well, you know.
Really?
They
Financially?
told me just to give up and you'll never be any good. What is he going to do here? He's played into them now.
Here we go.
He's opened them up and...
Nice shot. Very nice.
That's a nice camera angle there from... Todd, are we looking... Can the viewers at home see the left side? The right side? Okay.
Aha. So we're live on CueWorld Facebook page and also CueWorld YouTube page. Today, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be watching us. If you're watching us live now, you'll be watching on one of those two. So a warm welcome. Do share us, do like us, and do ask any questions or write a comment, and we will be happy to read that out and answer the question.
Well, like I said, the safety shot from Kenneth just wasn't right. I think it just ran a little bit position. He probably was playing for the 1. But like I said, with the top 700 players, 700 Fargo players and up, they want to address that problem ball within the first or second shot normally.
Yes.
Really early in the rack. You don't want to leave the problem balls till later because things like this do happen. You run out of options every time you pot a ball. So it is 2-0 in favour of Justin Sage, and I just felt like this particular match, it is a race to 7. It's a short race to 7. I just feel like Kenneth needs to get off to a good start, and of course he's in front of the camera. It's a very big event. He does not often there. It does add pressure.
That's right, Barry, that does. It does. You can suddenly become undone sometimes. If you're not used to being on the camera, you know, you can have a good event, and then as soon as it gets to the TV stages, the cameras are on you, and it is that little bit of extra pressure that maybe you're not used to. Justin certainly is.
Well, he thrives under pressure. You know, I don't think Justin gets the credit that he deserves, even though he's won almost everything there is to win in Australia a couple of times over. His bottle is extremely good. I've seen Justin, when he's not firing, losing a match 3 or 4-0, take a little time out, come back and recompose himself. And I think that's one of the things he does really, really well, is keep himself controlled under the situation. You know, a good friend of mine once told me, Barry, this is just a game, it's not a sport. And I responded in a very nice way to him, and I said, mate, the reason why it is a sport is because, like, chess is a game. Because you know what you need to do, and even though your hands are shaking, you can move the chess piece and make the decision and move it. But with pool, even though you know what you need to do, you need to take a long shot, you need to play a bit of screw, which beside. If there's any doubt, any hesitation, if you're not feeling well, if you're not feeling it, if you're out of rhythm, if your opponent's hitting you with lots of break and runs, you may not be able to execute the shot. Even though you know what you need to do, you need to play the right pattern. Mm-hmm. And that's why it is a sport. And certain players can hit a really high gear for a set or two, but the question is, can you play at a top level, set after set after set, to win the tournament? And this man right here in front of us right now, Justin Sage, certainly does. So looking at the table now...
It looks pretty straightforward. There's one ball there that maybe... actually, no, it will go. The 9 ball, it will shoot into this corner pocket, the right corner pocket nearest the bottom of the screen.
Does it pass?
Yes, it does. I'm pretty sure.
You know, 8 ball's a very tough game to commentate on. It's honest, it's a lot easier commentating on 9 ball and 10 ball, because people at home, even though you're all very knowledgeable, we all know there's only one ball you can go for. With 8 ball, the secret to this game is, in my opinion, is a lot to do with the shot selection. And being a 2-shot player like Justin is, and some other players in here are 2-shot players, I just feel like they have, Jamie, I just feel like they have better shot selection. Their pattern play is immaculate. And for them, these tables feel like buckets, playing on the 2-shot tables and coming to here. Look at the touch.
Beautiful touch.
Hold the ball that way.
So this will be the shot on the 10 to the 9. And then she's looking at the 9 now.
And because he's played it that way, it tells me it does go. Just stop the ball there, play the 9, the 11, a 13, and then the black. Yeah. And it'll be another break and run from Justin.
I think he'll just pull that white back a bit, sort of around about in line with the 3 ball on this side of the 3 ball, as we can see it.
You think he's going to start off one round?
Oh, or possibly that. There we go.
Just needs to make sure he clears that 4 ball, which he's done. And see, like I said earlier, he took care of his difficult balls early. And look at with a really good player like Justin, usually the last 3 or 4 shots are just stop shots, stop, 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 and you're out.
He very much gets into a rhythm as well, doesn't he, Barry? He's quite a quick player.
He's a very quick player. I played Justin numerous amounts of times, and one of the things that throws you off about him is how quick he can run the balls. Mm-hmm. And you played 2 or 3 matches beforehand where people are taking 45 seconds a shot, and then all of a sudden this guy runs a rack in 45 seconds, and you can be 3-0 down in 4 minutes, which is where we are right now.
Well, we're 3-0 down. That's
3-0 down in just a few minutes, and that's 2 back-to-back break and runs.
It's like an express train, storming into them balls and seeing them off. So we're using the magic racks today. They really are nice. We've got this. The beautiful CBPA cloth, and they've just got their own magic racks out. I'm holding one now. They look quite a little bit different, a little bit papery, but I've got one here. I'm going to take it home and use it on my own table later. Give it a little run, see how it goes.
Yeah, they're good, the CPBA, they're good. The cloth's really nice. The balls we're using today are the Predator balls, the new Predator balls. They're really nice. The Arcos, so the Arcos 2.
This is the first comp that CueWorld has used these balls, isn't it, Barry?
I believe so, and the great thing about this comp is they actually polish the balls before the sets, so you get really nice breaks, and just the conditions are really good. Thanks to COVID, we couldn't get the tables reclothed, but we will hopefully for the next tournament. COVID's really put a spanner in the works this year for everybody. How much has changed the last 12 months?
Oh, mate, big time.
Worldwide.
Big time. All over the place. But I do feel like we're in a lucky spot.
Sydney?
A lot better than a lot of other places. I'm from the UK, as you can tell. But and they've been doing it really tough, and so have a lot of other countries. But Australia's been lucky, especially Sydney anyway.
Well,
So Kenneth on the big balls, the stripes. Shooting a lovely ball there. Middle pocket probably with the purple here.
I just think this break that he did was successful in the sense that he made a ball, and the 9 and the 1.
I'm just wondering if that 9 goes past the 1 there, Barry.
We can't see where we are, guys. I don't think it does go. Let's have a look at the different camera angle. Actually, you know what? Looking at it from that camera angle, it may go.
Possibly cushion first.
But if it doesn't, he's got the opportunity now to dislodge it now using the 15 in the middle. He can pop this ball in the middle and get the 1 out.
Yes.
If he wants to. Remember, he's got to address these balls early. Kenneth's had a really good run. He's beaten some really strong players to get here.
You see he's taking the orange ball and not the 15, like you said. Oh well,
Now
he's got the 15. I think he's going to shoot the 15 into this into the corner
really
pocket.
Close to his work. You need a referee.
Probably leave himself behind the 9 ball.
They really need a referee here. This is so close. Justin's not even looking at the table. Now he's turned around, but okay.
That's unlucky there, scratch in the middle pocket.
Well, unlucky depending on which way you think of it.
Well,
unlucky for him, but lucky for Justin.
Yeah. Well, maybe unlucky because he really shouldn't have been in that position.
He was very close to his work there. Just lost his white ball a little bit.
Hits the ball very well though. Good cueist.
Oh, he's a fantastic cueist, and he's an up-and-comer. We know, whenever you're playing Kenneth, you know you're in for a tough match. He's very, very good on the 9-footers. He's got that long, fluid stroke, which he lets out.
And he's a tall gentleman as well.
Very tall. Justin's getting rid of his most difficult ball first, which is the 1 ball.
And which is the one thing to do as well.
Oh, whenever you have a ball in hand,
absolutely.
Very first thing you do is get rid of that most difficult ball. The 3 ball, we're getting back up the table, and look at this pattern now. It's like Christmas has come early here with a ball in hand for Justin.
Or very late. We're only in January. So, with some of the great players as well, I like the way they hit the ball with a certain bit of force when they don't have to, but they kill the white lovely off the ball, off the object
run
ball.
Through. They Justin stuns the ball around the table everywhere. Stuns it forward, stuns it backwards, stuns it sideways. You know, he just manipulates that cue ball like a wizard.
Has he got a nickname, Justin?
Stuart Rogers made one for him a few years ago. It hasn't really stuck because it's... some people call him Juzzy. But that's...
Juzzy, I've heard that.
Yeah, and they used to call him the Juzzonaut.
I've heard that too, that's right.
But it just, his name is enough. Justin Sage is enough to put the fear into people's hearts anyway. He doesn't really need a nickname.
Yes.
And don't forget, he's also sponsored by Predator. He's our only Australian player to be sponsored by Predator.
Yes. Do you know my nickname, Barry?
No, I don't.
My nickname's the Dodgy Adhesive, but it never really stuck. Oh! No, that's bad. All right.
Jeez.
But it never stuck. Okay, so that's 4-0 now.
Jeez.
Very quick. I tell one joke, turn around, he's potted 5 balls. That's how he goes.
You know what, Jamie? It's been about a year since we've done tournaments, thanks to COVID. I've missed you.
I've missed you.
And I've missed the people out there at home.
Mate, you've lost weight. I said this to you earlier.
Yeah, I have lost a lot of weight.
You have.
But
you've just been eating healthy and...
Yeah, we've been eating healthy.
Running.
I've been crying every day because we haven't had many pool tournaments for a whole year thanks to COVID.
Right, so that's a lot of weight loss in water there.
Yes,
Do you know what I mean?
Lost a lot of fluids. But also, most of all, I've missed the people out there at home. And thank you for joining the stream, guys. I'm going to give you a quick update on the other quarterfinal matches. So Andy's 3-0 up on Greg Jenkins. Johnny Wims is 4-1 up on Joe Chow.
Okay.
And Jamie Walker is 2-1 up on John McDermott. So a little bit of an update there for you. I know everyone's curious. I know Mr. Blake Foggett is curious.
Blake, how are you out there?
He's on the stream. He's been writing messages.
I haven't been reading because they're on your phone right there, Barry. But hello, Blake. Blake's a guy who put a lot of work into his game.
Look at the break-off shot that Justin just produced again. He's using the BK rush. You know, we were talking about this earlier, Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the best 2 breakers in the room at the moment are Justin and Johnny Wims. They are breaking the balls like, I don't know what's a good analogy. like someone's breaking an Easter egg for Easter. I don't know how, but they're breaking really, really good. And a strong break dictates the match. At the higher levels, a lot of the guys here are very good at running up the rack. At the higher levels, the break is the most important shot, and these guys have got it down pat.
Absolutely. I mean, look, it's vital. It's vital to have it. It's a big shot of the game, the break, you know?
This is the first time Justin lodged a 10 ball, which he had to do. And he's got the angle on the 15, I think, just to stop the ball there, and you can just come back up the table using the 10. This is going to be another break and run, guys. This is about Justin's third break and possibly his third break and run in a row.
If he just pots this in the middle, just rolls through just a little tiny bit, he's got a fairly simple, certainly for his standards anyway, cut of the 10 ball into the corner pocket.
You want to be making it as easy for yourself as possible. And you see Justin, the very first shot he took, he dislodged his difficult ball at 10. That is a big difference between him and some other players in the room that do not do that.
He's played it, and he's played it so not as he played forward, but he's played to the side as well. He's even cheated a bit of the middle pocket there to get that little bit of angle.
With the 9 ball being where it is, he just has to roll this ball that he's online. Just roll it in, and now he's got the 9 ball, stop shot for the 11 for the black. Let me bring it back a touch.
As I say, good pattern play.
So this match is going to be 5-0 very soon. I want to just quickly say, guys, CueWorld and the Diamond League are back.
They are back.
Diamond League are back on the 7th of February.
Yes, they've got a $60,000 prize pool, but again, COVID gets in the way of things.
We've had to limit the amount of teams, so
yes.
all the teams we've completely filled up. We've only got, 40 teams this year?
That's correct. 40 teams capped, unfortunately. And it might be a bit like this. Everyone's wearing masks inside today, aren't they? So when you're playing your game, you don't have to wear a mask. But
beautiful.
Normal, because we're in the Greater Sydney region, normal rules do apply. So everyone that's around the room watching today has got their masks on.
Beautiful.
5-0, Justin.
Just, it's like watching a musician, a famous, like Mozart playing a symphony. That's what a good analogy for Justin at the moment. He's just weaving an absolute symphony, breaking well. Good pattern play, pinpoint position accuracy. I mean, Todd, our producer, is shaking his head thinking this game just looks so easy. But that is the result of someone that has trained their entire life in this sport. And he make no doubt about it, he is an athlete. Now, I'd just love to see Kenneth get one game on the board.
Oh, that's unlucky.
But I don't think he's going to. With a ball in hand here, the 7 or the 10...
And then,
the first ball he takes.
And then the break being his break next.
I don't think he's getting another chance to play.
This could be 2 run-outs.
I do not think he's getting another chance to play.
Barry, I've just noticed that the people at home are seeing subtitles on the bottom of the screen.
Yes, that's a new feature from Facebook. You can see subtitles. It automatically takes our voice and makes it subtitles. So
brilliant.
It helps the search engine.
That's very good. We are being broadcast to you, as I said earlier, live from Lidcombe by Be Live, which is a fantastic company that CueWorld use to broadcast our events. Be Live are fantastic. Todd Wardrop's at the helm of that company. You
can hire them to live stream bar mitzvahs,
everything,
weddings. Just remember to mention in my name, Barry the Mule Malross, you get yourself a 2.5% discount.
Okay, Todd, the CEO of that company, shaking his head right now. No, Barry was wrong. It's actually a 25% discount.
See, with the ball in hand, notice how close Justin put the white ball to the object ball. Don't be ashamed because you have a ball in hand. I've seen a lot of the more amateur players. They've got a ball in hand, they'll put the white ball further away from their work. You don't have to. Top-class players make it as easy for themselves as they possibly can. Now, the 6 ball obviously goes in the middle. And Justin can just stun out now for the 2 ball. Finish up with a 2-3 black. He just needs to make sure when he stuns this out, if they can get past the 3 ball. So this is going to need quite a bit of a good touch here.
Wow. Takes a bit of confidence to hit a ball that firmly that little angle.
He went forward, which makes it a lot easier than stunning. Because when you go forward with a white ball, you have a lot more control. And you see the last 3 balls again, stop. That's 8 ball. That's correct 8 ball. Right, who's going to be able to stop this guy today? I don't think anyone can stop him. Another break and run from Justin.
Well, I think the juggernaut is good for today. I
think he should just be called the break and run machine.
Because who can stop a juggernaut? Okay.
Kenneth is smiling. He's over there relaxing. He's very comfortable in that chair.
Absolutely. Oh, look, there's nothing you can do when you sat down. Nothing you can do when you sat in the chair.
Look, he had opportunities. He had break opportunities. He had he had to break and run on his turn. And obviously this table's breaking very easy, so if Justin can do it, his opponents can do it. And the only way you can beat Justin by putting pressure on him. Justin has been beaten in the last few tournaments he's played. And he's not invincible on the table. But for me personally, his best game is 8-ball on the 7-footer. I think it's the toughest to beat him in that. Tough to beat him in any sport, in any discipline, 9-ball, 10-ball, snooker. But I think this is his very best game. And I think this is the first kind of... Does he have a shot on the 1 to get started? I think he does. Just raises Q up? Yeah, he does. So take the 1 ball first, screw back up for the 5, and then start working your way around for the table. His finishing ball would probably be the 4 ball.
Oh, I think you might finish this on this rack. This visit to the table. Very warm in here today. Justin doesn't wear a glove, but I did see him wiping his brow in between the games there. It's a warm day today in Sydney.
It's 40 degrees today.
Really? Is it 40 degrees now?
Oh, I think it's about 39, 38, 39 now. It's come down.
I just had a check on my phone. Look, it says 31, but I live in the city. And we're now out west. And we know it is warmer out west. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, very warm day, very clammy today in Sydney. Don't pay any attention to that sign in the background of the table.
He's just taking his time here now. He's just curious where he wants to send the white ball. He's going to have to stun because he's got that funny angle where it's hard to go back into the rail. You always want to try and find a rail as a pool player. He's going to stun right up the line here.
Yes.
Play for position on the 4 ball or the 2. He wants to get on the 2, to be honest. He's just fallen short of the 2. So
the wrong side of it, but he's all right. I think he'll probably just play off the bottom cushion with a bit of side, back onto the side rail.
He can play for the black up the top corner pocket once he pots his 4. If he opts to. See, he's still going to take the 2 ball.
Okay, there's that shot there. A little bit of side.
And the side got him. He wanted to be on the 3. No, he didn't. He's
no,
good.
he put that.
Good.
He put the.
He's good.
Bit of right-hand side on that ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, the score is 6-0.
Race to 7. Looks like this might be the last couple of shots of the...
Blake Fogarty had a
final.
really good suggestion. He said maybe Justin should steal Stuart's nickname, the rack runner, instead, because he's the one that's running racks, not Stuart. Do you hear that, Stuart?
Brilliant. What's that, Stuart? Blake Fogarty's banned from all competitions in future.
Blake's a lovely guy.
Nice shot.
And Justin's out. Just got 1 ball to pot. I
think long. I don't think he's going to go the middle here. I think he might.
Kenneth's just
long.
been baptised here on the front camera. Sitting out in the top corner pocket.
There we go. Beautiful.
It's over. 7-0. Matter of moments.
Little fist bump between the 2 players.
Well, it was short and sweet.
It was, Barry, it was. But do stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We've got more games to come. We've got a semi-final and a final for you. It's only going to get better from here.
Well, look, just to recap, we're still streaming, Mr. Todd. Just give me a moment just to take the guys. Thank you so much for joining us in the stream. We are going to be coming back soon in about 40 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes with the semi-final matches.
Something like that. And we've got a bit of a surprise coming up. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there's a surprise coming up later on.
Oh, yes, there is a surprise coming up.
I think the final.
Yes, there is a surprise coming up.
And do watch the final, ladies and gentlemen, and the semi-final, but in particular the final, because we've got a first with CueWorld.
Yes, we do.
Commentary, don't we?
And also, I just want to say what a great set that was from Justin Sage. He played flawlessly. He did 4 break-and runs every time he got the table, and every chance he got, he ran out. He didn't miss a ball. That's a very high level right there.
I didn't see him miss 1 ball.
He didn't miss a ball.
Wow.
He didn't miss a ball. He ran out 7 racks. So thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll see you in about half an hour.
Take care, guys.
See ya. Bye.